Satellites deliver vital services to Earth, relying on them for everything from entertainment and communication to navigation and weather forecasting. Satellites have revolutionized the way we interact with the world around us and have made our lives easier and more convenient than ever before.
Satellites will continue to revolutionize modern life, everything from GPS to weather forecasting, financial transactions, agriculture, pretty much every facet of modern life. We are looking at increasingly getting heavy infrastructure off of Earth. So for example, data centers, they require a lot of power, they require a lot of water to cool. What if instead we could put those data centers into space? And what if everyone in the world had access to the internet? Because they have a really unique vantage point, where these satellites are just whizzing around Earth, providing communications no matter where you are in the world. It would revolutionize how everyone interacts with the world and with each other.
The entire space economy is like a dispersed frontier town, with each satellite running on their own fragile generator. Spending roughly half of each orbit eclipsed by Earth's shadow, these satellites are unable to collect enough sunlight with their solar panels alone.
A lot of space missions right now are very power intensive. They use a lot of computing, very capable sensors, and if their mission changes, you can't move and put more solar panels up on a satellite. It's not practical. And if you have a change in customer demand and suddenly you could provide more data or cover more area with sensors, you just don't have that option because there's only so much power you can collect in a given orbit. Satellites have to bring all their infrastructure with them. They have to bring their power generation and power storage up into orbit, and there's no way currently that they can share power in between them. So they have to have batteries that can have them survive eclipse, run their useful systems, prevent things like cold shutdowns where you lose communications with the satellite because you're just out of power.
Just 5 years ago, there were about 3,000 satellites orbiting space. Today, that number has jumped to more than 12,000. with projections expected to increase to more than 70,000 by the year 2030. As the demand for more satellites increases, so does the power required to run them. But today's satellites are struggling to keep up.
The average satellite today has 1,000 to 1,500 watts of power generation available to them. That's about as much as my kid's gaming computer uses or your refrigerator at home uses. But we want to do direct-to-cell communications. We want to do orbital data centers and telecommunications and remote sensing. And all of these applications call for more like 10,000 watts or 15,000 watts of power. The challenges that we face in space from a power generation perspective are very similar to the evolutions of technology and the power draws that we have had on the planet. As we expect our satellites to provide higher and higher bandwidth communications, we need more and more power.
Now, the latest developments in sunlight collection, concentration, refinement, and transmission aim to power the next generation of infrastructure out in space.
Starcatcher is building the first energy grid in space to give satellites more power, higher concentrations of power, and power in eclipse, so that we can meet the moment of these expanded power needs to unlock new capabilities that space can provide, like better remote sensing, higher throughput data connections, orbital data centers, content data distribution networks, and the like.
To bring enough power through the eclipse for useful work, you need bigger solar panels and much larger batteries to bridge that gap around the back of the Earth. What Starcatcher can do can kind of load level the power generation across the entire orbit, which lets you keep running on the backside of Earth.
With no retrofit required, the network enables satellites to generate 2 to 10 times more power than onboard systems alone, significantly improving uptime, performance, and revenue potential.
We're at the cusp of an industrial revolution in space, and every time we expand our utilization of space, we enrich humanity. We provide more capability, we provide more knowledge of our planet, we provide better national and global security. What we really want space to be is more like an industrial park, an industrial city that distributes energy and enables folks to just supercharge their capabilities, have the 100% uptime that they need, and that's why we're building a power grid in space.
With a network of power satellites capable of providing energy to spacecraft anywhere in low Earth orbit and beyond, the infrastructure holds the potential to transform the way satellites are powered in the future. enabling the next industrial revolution in space.